Hey, good morning, folks. Well, the first 30 minutes of the show, we are going to cover NVIDIA's investment with the big banks and AI. No, we're not. We're not going to talk about that. We're going to talk about some earnings from HIMS and Rocket Labs and on. Maybe did we see that coming from the way Nike's performing? I don't know. Intel had to go deep into the 90s, the mid 90s to get the offering done. Riot and Anthropic. You want a buzzword to get that Riot stock moving? How about Anthropic? We're going to talk robots. Not that I want to talk about robots, but Dennis wants to talk about robots. So we'll talk about robots. We'll talk about ratings. We'll just talk about the market, just kind of hanging out here, consolidating near all-time highs. It's Tuesday. Pre-market prep starts right now.
The volatility right now is really incredible.
Wow, look at that consolidation on the upper right chart.
You know what we've seen this earnings season? Some of these expected moves get even more violent. This is why I have switched my strategy 10 years ago. And if you're chasing, you're in trouble.
All right, good morning, traders and investors. Welcome to our show. You see the charts up here by trade station, born to trade, chart, analyze, customize, all in one platform. Trade smarter, move faster, and stay in control with the platform built for all kind of traders. Here we up 12 3/4 handles, trying to make a new all-time closing high today, 77.8950. The buck is up a couple pennies, 99.73, still in a consolidation phase. TLT down 7 cents, 81.99. USO flat, holding on to those gains, 126.01. GLD and SLV taking a little bit of a breather after a 7-week high, both down fractionally. Bitcoin futures up 370, 64,490. There's a look at some of the commodities and futures. We'll get things started with Triple D, and kind of compared to yesterday, a little bit slower of a news day.
It just turned into Fat Finger Tuesday because I was trying to make a trade in the pre-market. I haven't done that in probably 6 months, but I'm like paying attention to the show doing that, and I just accidentally clicked an offer too high, wrong handleitis. Haven't done it in a long time. So, you know, when you're pre-market and you just like click and then I buy, and I was like, oh my God, it's the wrong handle. I just bought a thing up $1. That sucks when that happens. You guys ever done that? It sucks when it happens. It's kind of ruined my morning.
Call the floor.
Throw money away.
Call the floor.
I don't bust anything anymore.
Call the floor.
I bought the wrong handle, guys. Let me out. I bought the wrong handle.
Out of range.
It happens every once in a while. Once a week, Benny says. RCA. It happens. As a point-and-click trader, you sometimes make mistakes. Gary says, yes, they've done an RCA. Okay, well, gave us content. So I throw a little bit of money away. I'm just quickly trying to make a couple trades before the show starts, get myself hedged up a little bit more. And I hit the wrong handle. And I'm like, my eye's 2 a.m. You're tired. You're like, handle. Yeah, wrong handle. Some high frequent Kenny. Kenny just made some money off of me there because it did get routed to FINRA too. So the off-exchange market maker is the one that makes the money as well. So way to go, Kenny. We're not talking Kenny Glick, who's going to be on here soon. Oh. We were talking, obviously, Citadel's Kenny Griffin. Donation to Kenny. Okay, as we continue. Oh, goodness, yes, everybody does this.
Lots of
times, Steve. I just started a whole trend.
Yes.
Fat Finger Tuesday. It's now Fat Finger Tuesday.
Can you tell us the stock so we can jam you out of it and did you go long or short?
I was covering a short.
You were let's offer it down. No. All right, go ahead.
Doesn't even matter. I'm out of the trade, so just out of the trade $1 too high. Always fun.
What's $1?
Lots of time. Everybody does this. So, okay, you guys make me feel better. I'm not the only idiot here this morning. So, okay, Fat Finger Tuesday. Let's go. We've got lots of stocks, but nothing crazy. So I think we start maybe right with the Intel offering here, Brentster, because this is kind of the story of the day, even though it was kind of the story of yesterday too, but it continues. Give us details.
Okay, and I'm waiting for Joel to get the chart up here. Here we have an Intel chart. Okay, so yesterday we got word of, at 7:45 a.m. yesterday morning, we got word of a $15 billion common stock offering from Intel. We were waiting for the pricing last night. We didn't get the pricing last night. We got it at 2:36 in the morning this morning, and it was upsized. It's now $20 billion, not just $15 billion, $20 billion. That is about 210 million shares at $95 per share. Joel, you were so excited yesterday to get that price level for the offering. Why?
Because it's a magnet. And I mean, I try and look at the price action. I thought, maybe 98, and then like, oh, well, maybe 97, and then whoops, 96, and then they had to upsize it. But I tell you, they're over. To me, right now, based on the price action, they had a lot of people willing to buy it at 95. Because that's the offering price. I'd have to right now, I'd have to say it's going to be pretty good, darn support, because you're out there already trading at 96 and a quarter. So that's your magnet level. We had the magnet level in CLS the other day, and that was 310. So we'll see if it comes down to it. It acts as support, but it looks like, some people maybe they were, wanted the stock at 95. They're going to get it. Now, upsizing it, by the fact they had to upsize it, they probably had to take it down another buck.
Yeah, I think so. Again, to your point, Joel, sometimes these are the easier trades. The magnet trade is a nice trade. I did short this last night on the offering, the 97s. I did cover it this morning, so decent trade there. I just covered it at 96.30. Is he going to get all the way down to 95? A lot of times those act as hard support. Sometimes they don't go all the way down there, but it might. So keep that in mind.
Is there a specific reason, Dennis? We're getting a question here from Ryan Tripp. I mean, it's
well, yeah, it's the mechanics behind it. So you have participants who are actually participating in getting this offering at 95, and they're flipping it out and selling it in the open market. So you have a bunch of people just bought this at 95. The people who actually got to participate in the offering, and they're going to flip out in the open market and sell it. But, it's not just the sellers. It's people who are shorting and anticipating that those people are going to come in to sell it. So if they haven't got the shares yet, some people will short the shares in anticipation that they're getting the shares. So it's mostly shorts that drive it down to that price, but it acts like a magnet, meaning pulling it down because there's so many people just bought at that price. But once those people are all out, then, it can obviously move higher too. And a lot of those people don't want to sell at losses either. That's why it sometimes acts more like a floor as well. So one thing to consider, Dan Niles' tweet here this morning, I don't have it up here, Brentster, but he was talking about the offering and the upsize of the offering. And it was an interesting conversation because Intel's, been a stock. It's kind of been in the gutter for a couple months here, but it's run a long ways. He's got, if you go to Dan Niles, it's actually his first tweet. He's like, is Intel about to be super successful? He puts these really super long tweets together. Why do we go to Dan Niles? Because Dan Niles makes a lot of great calls. I really like him, and he's very transparent, and he talks about his calls. So he's talking about the capital raise, talking about where they're going. He says, just to sum up at the end, he says, I believe with Intel, there are multiple ways to win. Higher ratio of CPUs to GPUs and agentic, and then advanced packaging, and U.S. national champion and foundry. The offering today increases my conviction that they are on the path of being super successful. So he actually likes this offering. They're raising it because he believes, and again, they don't tell you everything, so it's like this, everything's a secret here in the AI world. But he thinks, it's just to expand the foundry business here. So, read the tweet from Dan Niles. Kind of gives you a little bit more confidence here in it. So I think actually from a trading perspective, I think I would be a buyer of this. Even long term, I've been in Intel. Me and you were in Intel, Joel, and we got burned. And I'm like, I just got such a bad taste from Intel. I trade it bad. I invest in it. Well, I trade okay, but I invest in it bad. And I'm like, I just probably won't invest just because it's just not my stock. But I could see the path where this could eventually get back to the highs.
I bought in one account. I bought this thing all the way down, and then I puked it out at like $22. But in another account, another no sale account, I held on to it. But yeah, I puked that thing out. I puked it out right here, like right in this. I just couldn't take it anymore.
I had it for a while, and I actually even bought more, remember, when the Trumpster came in, but it went from like 25 to 35 in like a couple weeks or a few weeks there after the Trumpster took the position, and I'm like, well, that's a pretty good trade. I had no idea it's going to explode to $140 a share, so so it's come back down. I know people saying in the gutter, it is $96 from $142. It's off over 40% from the highs, so that is a significant pullback here. I mean, we're in this AI world that a lot of stocks have exploded in price here. I think the Intel $25, $30 pricing has, that ship has sailed. Maybe it could get back there eventually if they fail on all fronts, but then you're not going to want to own the stock. So if you're like bulled up Intel here, that 95, man, I bet you there's going to be some buyers. I think this could be the floor for a while. So I'm not against buying this offering. That's my bottom line.
Cool.
Okay.
Cool.
RIOT Anthropic? What? RIOT
Whoa.
just turned. This used to be, the company that, this just moves with Bitcoin. Yeah, it's a miner, does its thing. Man, they have just changed the way this company is operated. They've changed the business model. They've changed a lot of things to the better. Now they're getting Anthropic contracts.
That's right. We have Bloomberg report. I think it was early this morning. The company had their results last night. And then this morning, Bloomberg saying Anthropic has struck a $9 billion cloud deal with RIOT Platforms. Shares here this morning are trading up to around $22. We have pulled back from around a $24.60 high last night. But that was after the earnings report. Is the stock trading down since we've heard this Bloomberg report?
I think it has, actually. It was trading up around 22.5, 23. It bounced to like 24.5 on the Bloomberg report. You can see the huge spike from 22.5 to 24.5. If you look right around, like, I don't know, right before the close, like 750. You see that huge green bar. That was when it broke. It exploded from 22.5 to 24.5 in like a heartbeat. And now it's given all that back. So it's kind of given back the Anthropic news, and it's now just basically on its own news. You never like them leaking, Joel. Give me the technicals.
No, it's a leaker. Boy. On the upside, besides that pre-market high at 23.70, or the pre-market high is actually 24.25. Man, you built up some overhead supply here. So if I was long this thing, I'd say, can you get back to 23.77? The reason I say that, that's the 50-day moving average. You also got a daily high right at that area, 23.84. So right there, that's $1.50 away. Longer-term investors, what do you want to see? You want to see a bid above the 50-day moving average. Establish support above $24. Don't know if that's going to happen today. We don't know if it's going to trade back in a 24 handle, but that's what you're looking at. New buzzword, Anthropic. Moving RIOT Platforms.
We got Kenny Glick coming here in the background. We're going to add Kenny. Just quickly, we're going to say the Unitree. The Unitree IPO they're talking about, that's been talking about on Twitter here and social media here. But let's get Kenny here. I want to see his commentary on Unitree. Bring him in.
Kenny, we're coming for you.
Does this man even need an introduction?
None. Zero. Zilch.
Hello.
He's right there. Georgia.
How many nicknames does Kenny have?
Oh, I got a couple more now.
Oh, let's go.
What do you got?
You want to start in alphabetical order? I'm the Abraham of assets, the Barack
That's
of bread,
number one.
No, let him go.
the Cain of cash, the David of ducats, the Elijah of earnings, the Frank of funds, the Glick of gelt, the Harry of Hendersons, whatever the hell that means, the Warlock, Jefferson Krull. I've also just been called handsome, charismatic, and the smartest, most greatest trader on the face of the planet. Which I like that one.
Crap. Kenny Glick, everyone here. He will be on stage later today. No, just kidding. He's on stage right now.
And don't forget to tip your bartenders.
Don't forget to tip your bartenders. So we've got this Unitree IPO happening overseas. Now I want to play the video because I wanted Kenny's reaction video of Unitree. So bring it up here. This is the Unitree product. This company is
talking about.
You already know?
No, I have no idea what he's talking about.
No, he doesn't know. So bring it up. This is the Unitree. This is one of their products, the concepts that they're working on here. They already have the dog for sale. Bring it up here, Brentster. Play it for everyone here. The Unitree super athlete. So this company is going to have an IPO coming in August, but overseas. I don't know if we're going to get an ADR or not. I'm sure we will. We'll play this thing. Look at this thing. This thing is crazy. It's going down mountains. It's wild. This is like your dog on steroids here, right here, Kenny.
Uh-huh.
Kenny don't even know what to say about this.
I'm scared.
I'm scared for our lives. This thing. Imagine this thing attacking you. This would not be good.
I know. I always go right to the negative. Oh my God! It breakdances too. Now we're having fun.
$9 billion, Kenny.
Wow.
That's what this is. That's what they're looking at. It's oversubscribed, they said, by 3,000 times in Asia here. So the IPO coming later this month here over in China. I don't know if it's China or where it is, Brentster. But anyways, this is their product. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. I'll give them pretty cool here. What's Kenny Glick thinking about this thing?
So it's called Unit Tree.
The company is Unitree.
Oh, Unitree. Okay, they called me Tree Unit back in '96 in my porn days. So
days.
I knew it was coming. I knew it. I saw it.
Hey, I'll be here all week. How you doing? Hey, good to see you. Hey, Fredo, how you doing?
Hilarious. Okay. So Kenny.
I'm not interested.
Not interested. He's out. He's out. Not a buyer.
I'm not interested in IPOs until somebody tells me that there's a huge lockup coming, that I got to short the lockup because that's when the insiders are going to get out. That's what I want to know. When that day happens. I want to know when the news hypes it up, a lockup period for 6 weeks. This is going to be the end of society, the end of all that is good. And we buy whatever they're selling us. So what a trade, the SpaceX trade, right?
Yeah, bring it up here.
SpaceX.
Yeah, it was. I bought it the day before the lockup, given the same, stuff that you. I'm like, this is the most crowded short maybe that has ever
right, ever in the history of ever.
It may have been the most crowded short ever. I tweeted it multiple times. I tweeted Squeezy, when it was down at 110. This one was a good one here. It's up at 138 here now. So, Kenny, I mean, is this just the way, like when you see, every single Twitter account telling you that the stock is going to tank, is it just the green light buy it? Is this just the way?
Yes, but there's just one step in between. First of all, if you guys didn't realize the stock had fallen from 220 to 110, you think that might have been the insiders? Okay, so we got that out. But now you're waiting for the setup, right? So just like every other trade, I got my idea, my inkling, my thesis that the shorts are about to get their asses kicked. And you just wait. That Thursday afternoon was the confirmation. That late day surge, that was the shorts starting to get their asses kicked. The follow through was Friday when the shorters who actually shorted into that move thinking that was just some bullshit, they got destroyed on Friday. That was the real move. And it just came after the confirmation. It's all right to have an idea. Just let it be validated by price action, and then you're on the right side of the trade. Just like ASTS, right? So the stock had fallen from 138 down to 57. Then they announced that they're doing another offering. Now you want to short it? You think they might have known from 138 to 57? So the stock's been a pretty good buy since 57, just like it was this morning on bad earnings. Bad earnings doesn't matter. They're a space company. There are no earnings anymore. You just got to buy the dip when it breaks on or through VWAP. Let me show you this trade. The trade that I talked with you guys that have been working pretty much for 5 straight years now with no losses. And I know that sounds impossible. I know. But this is the setup. So if you guys are looking at my charts right now, here it is.
We're bringing it up.
So it's a pretty simple concept. I mean, obviously, this stock has been getting hammered into the report, right? But the report comes out, and what we're looking to do is just wait for a stock that breaks the blue line and goes to the orange line. I know it sounds so simple, but there's also another trade that goes on before that, the fake out, shake out. There's always that last seller where they just break a new low, then it comes back, then it breaks the VWAP. So we call that the fake out, shake out, breakout, the faux show bro. So if that faux show comes on a stock that has reported earnings that is gapped down in the pre-market and then it breaks VWAP, 100% of the time, you get a follow-through trade where you can make money. Doesn't mean the stock's going to keep going up all day. Doesn't mean the stock can't close at $57. But for the day trader who lives in this moment, this is how we make money. The trade provides a winning trade every time, 1,574 times in a row now over the last 5 years. It's incredible.
What just on this trade, because obviously you've been coming on our show for years. You've talked VWAP for years here. What's the scenario sometimes like, where it comes and breaks out over the line, but then it comes back down? You like hold through that? Like, what's your out? Like, let's just say when it's not
that's
working.
the greatest question, right? So when this trade eventually doesn't give you the perfect setup, and sometimes you'll get a little rip and then it rolls. So if it rolls through the VWAP, you got to sell some there. And then if it breaks back below the fake out, shake out area, the trade is over. It's over. So again, especially if it's a pre-market low, if it's breaking those pre-market pivots, the trade is absolutely over. But now for the long trader, you're not worried about those prices. You're only worried about the new VWAP signatures that are going on right here. So anybody that's still long, you're looking at the blue and the orange as your new stops now. This is irrelevant what happened down here now. You've got a whole new dynamic. And as a matter of fact, I just usually where stocks break from. So if I was still in this, I'd be looking to sell it here at 70 and a half, which then provides a new setup. So if it comes back down below and then gives us another faux show VWAP break, next thing you know, it's a long trade. So as an active trader, this is what I'm saying. 2026 has been by far the best year of trading I have ever seen in my life. And I'm doing this my whole life. This is it. This is Shangri-La. Everything has been working. Dips, rips and rolls. I mean, you're getting everything you need intraday. And the reason I love this year more than ever is that you don't have to own stocks, because I don't own. I just trade.
We've been talking about you quite a bit because it has felt a little bit more like a contrarian year. And when you're doing VWAP all the time, it's kind of a contrarian strategy where you're looking back, you're looking for the checkbacks and going back. It's not like the 2020 where it's like, it's just going and you just got to chase the crap out of it because it just doesn't stop. That market sucks for us, like as traders, because it's hard to find entries. It's great for the guy that's just in and just holds stocks, buy and hold, and the stock's just going up every day. That's awesome. Great investing environment. But it's not a trading environment. The contrarian environments work better for me and for you here. Sure. So, I mean, talk about maybe that's why 2026 has been pretty good, because it's kind of been the year of the contrarian where, nothing's just rampant crazy. It's pulling back and giving you checkbacks and giving you lots of entry points.
Absolutely. You nailed it, because one of the worst days we had of trading was one of the biggest up days of the year. I think it was a Tuesday follow through where we had a buy program that started at 5:45 in the morning. I don't know if I could find it on the fly. I think it might have been 2 Tuesdays ago, but it was awful. And it's like, that was one of those days I would get reminded of back when I worked on the street, and I'd see guys out on Stone Street and they'd be like, yeah, what a great day. High five. I'm like, shut your mouth. I was short all day. I couldn't find an entry. I got annihilated today. But it's that buy program that just kicked in. I think it was 2 Tuesdays after the pivot from those lows on the Qs. We just went up steadily from 5:45 in the morning till basically 8 p.m. on a steady just buy. It was the Palantir, might have been the Palantir earnings day. So it was just a steady stream of buying like Palantir. There was nobody selling it. Palantir had a 30% day that day without even like a 20, maybe even like a $2 pullback. There's literally nothing to do on those days. And you get yourself in trouble because you want to do something. Yeah. But if you lose your discipline, you usually lose. And I lost that day.
Kenny, give us a couple stocks that are always on your screen, always. And then give us one or two that you're throwing up today and you're doing a little homework on.
I will give you my other favorite stock. It's been CBRS since it's gotten hammered down to that 180 zone. So kind of like the SpaceX, I didn't really look at this stock too much except, it's another IPO that people are going to lose on. And they did. And when it got to the 180, that same narrative, it's breaking the IPO price and it just reported earnings. This is going to zero. And that's when it pivoted. This stock has been awesome to trade, and it has all these derivatives, CBRX, CBRG, but this has been getting bought on these dips, and these are 30-point, 50-point rips off these holds. This stock looks like it wants to go. So I've been trading this one. I think I need to own this stock because now that orange line that you're looking at, that's the lifetime VWAP, and it's about to make a stand here, and that's our Andy Dufresne pattern coming out of the muck that's about to run to Sewataneo. So love this stock. These 3 IPOs, the SpaceX, the CBRS, and of course Skynet. I know it's not called Skynet, but we call it Skynet. SKHY.
I like that.
Phenomenal stocks to trade. Absolutely favorite. Some of the best trading stocks there are. But something that's coming under the what do I trade every day that maybe some of you might not know? I've been a fan of Nokia lately. You know, it's a little
Yeah.
cheap. It's a little cheap stock, and it has 50-cent increments. And I'm still, you know, I bought this one. You know, I bought it at 10. I bought more at 12, more at 15, thinking this was going to 20. It's only one of the stocks I own. Terrible right now to own it, but it's been really fun to trade, especially on Fridays with expiring options. Another one has been NVTS, guys. If you watch this one, it's a nice cheap stock that has $50 dollar rips all the time. Very liquid, very, very nice to trade. But you know, something that I own that doesn't a lot of people don't know that's come crashing back down to earth is this VICR. I gave it to you guys, you know, last year. This was coming right out of one of my semiconductor analysts. We picked this one off these $50 zone. You know, again, I'm not in the name anymore, but this one's very interesting because I really want to get back into it. Do some due diligence on this company. It's an interesting, really interesting company in photonics.
A lot of these stocks have come down significantly from the highs. Is this like just the pullback here, you know, on a lot of these names where eventually, you know, the markets just go higher, Kenny, eventually the bulls take over, and eventually we know we're blue sky territory. I mean, the S&Ps are right there, and it's kind of been, you know, a value rally here. But, you know, a lot of these like semiconductors, even like an NVTS, have been kind of left for dead here now. I mean, they're off significantly from the highs. You know, people are like, I'm done with this. It's not, you know, my shiny new toy anymore. I'm moving on to Berkshire Hathaway here.
Right.
Eventually they come back into these names.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's not like the AI, whether it was a bubble that burst right before us, inevitably the bubble gets put back together and they start reflating it. I mean, the ones that come back the quickest, you know, are the better stocks. You know, I'm really curious what happens with the SanDisks and the MUs. But, you know, this one is a little bit different. This is a company that had a product that wasn't being used. It was now being used by everybody. They're in bed with NVIDIA and Cerebras. So it's very interesting. But again, interesting enough, sure. But if it rolls over and dies, I'm not interested. So for me, it's price always first. So I wait to see who's coming back. And right now, this one looks pretty bad. But if it gets back over where it just broke down from, that's when I become more interested. It's always price action first, story second for me. And, you know, that's the way I'm going to live. And like I said, I don't really own too many stocks. But, you know, as far as today, living in the present, I'm definitely all over this Rocket Lab because, you know, they just reported earnings. And, you know, I want to see this thing, how it reacts. It's still negative. It's been a good buy so far this morning. I just wait. You know, again, I'm very patient right now in my old age. You know, I have no fear of missing out. We know there's another trade 5 minutes away. So if the one you want is not coming back to the price you wanted at, don't bother. You'll find another trade. And that's been our attitude this whole year. And there's always another trade.
Kenny, are you considering changing the movie names on any of your formations? You've been going to the Shawshank Redemption and Kenny Dufresne.
These are in the history books. Yeah, we
You're not changing
the best
Andy
movie
Dufresne,
ever. Best
Kardashian
movie ever.
Bottoms. Yeah, faux show, bro. And speaking of movies, if you don't know, I'm in a TV show. I'm allowed to talk about it now. It's a TV show called Gravesend. I play a gangster. It's season 3. It's on Amazon Prime, and you'll get a kick out of my role. So if anybody,
we gotta find that.
Go back and watch it.
What's the name of the show?
It's called Gravesend. It's a story about 1987 gangsters in my old neighborhood, and turns out I know the guys that were filming it, so I reached out, and I'm in the show now. So.
That is unbelievable. That's awesome.
Fun times. I'm making my my debut here. So it should be out in a couple of weeks. The trailer's out there. Look for me in the trailer. I made the trailer. So Gravesend series.
You mean they keep 3. You in the trailer?
I am in the trailer.
Yes. Which series is it?
It's called Gravesend. It's on Amazon Prime. There's 2 seasons. I'm in season 3, coming out in about 3 weeks.
I cannot wait for that. That's gonna be great.
Got a pinky ring in the whole thing.
Hilario, want your thoughts on COHR?
COHR. Wow, that was a big one yesterday. Yeah, did they report earnings? Because this was a monster move yesterday. I don't know, but yesterday it just actually got hammered. But today, you know, I look at that hammering as an opportunity. I'm not too familiar with this, but I'd rather be looking at it if it breaks over that 340, which was a pivot, I think, Let me get my glasses on. I'm old again. I can't even see. Yeah, yesterday's pivot was around that 340 area. I'd be looking at it a little bit more serious above 340, but I don't know much about it, my friend. But above 340 is probably a buy.
That. I'd say it better hold yesterday's low,
Yeah.
and then if you want to take another stab at it below that. Okay, Kenny, I got one more for you. Okay? I want you to finish this sentence.
Quizzes. I hate quizzes.
Are you ready?
Go.
Dennis, it's not for you.
I'm just saying, it's mean to Kenny too. Go.
Kenny, are you okay with this?
I'm okay with anything you throw at me.
Okay. I'll know this bull market is over when?
When we break a series of 3 prior day lows and UVXY is trending higher for 6 days.
6 days.
Yes.
6 days.
By the way, if UVXY trends higher for 6 days in a row, it's the end of society, not just the bull market. No, seriously, no.
Skynet has won.
Let me reel it in. I'm leaving town. That's why I'm wearing my Georgia. Weird things have happened to this market when I make this road trip to Georgia. Last time it was the worst trade of my career. It was the yen carry overnight where I was exposed to all those VIX products and I got lit up. That was about 2 years ago. The market's kind of a little undecided right now. I'm leaning towards bearish. So I think if any selling comes along on the QQQ, I'm talking about specifically, my friends, because it's a little shaky right now. If we do start to break a prior day low, we have a possibility of another 22 to about 38 point pullback on the Qs. And then we'll see if this bear market or bull market, who's in charge around that level. So very important. I think these next 3 days, we're going to see some a little bit more volatility like it usually happens when I'm on the road. But like I said, I just wait to see it happen. I do think it's going to happen. So I'm a little bit nervous for you bulls, but then again, I'm really not nervous for you bulls. So.
Kenny, taking your daughter back down for another year of school?
Yes. Yeah, we're about to drive down to Georgia, so we got to get her car and ship the rest of the stuff. Just
That's fun.
Yeah, I love it down there.
Enjoy that time.
Yes, we love it. We love it down in Georgia.
You can't get that back. You
Go
can't
dogs,
get
my friend.
that time with your kids, man.
I
All
know,
right. You know them. Abraham of assets, Moses of money, King
and
of
a movie star now.
Moses of money. I don't even have it on the list. That's in there now. Write that one down.
Moses of money.
How about the Isaiah of income?
There you go. All right.
Joel's good at this.
Write that down. I need some more. Ezekiel of yes. Keep going.
Do you have anything with King David?
I don't.
Okay. Always just a great time having Kenny Glick on. You guys know him. You know where to find him, and we'll be getting him back on PreMarket Prep real soon. Thanks. Kenny.
Good seeing you guys. Good luck.
Okay. Whoa.
Always fun.
Why don't we just end the show? I mean, just
right there. Kenny Glick, everyone. That was PreMarket Prep. We'll see you again tomorrow. No, just kidding. We're going to continue.
Thanks, Kenny.
Brentster's back in. We got to find that trailer. Go find that. I want to see that Kenny Glick. I need his autograph next time he comes back on too, because that's really cool.
Gravesend. I think it's Gravesend, like one word, like Gravesend.
Yeah. Find the trailer, man. We got to find that in the background, the Kenny Glick scene. So we'll see if we can find that for you. If somebody finds it, post it there too, because I want to see that too. So, okay. We kind of glossed over the Unitree thing. This is obviously, you saw a little video thing going fast. Nobody's really excited. Kenny says he's not buying. One thing is, though, this year has been the year of the build. This year has been the year of secrecy in AI. This year has been the year of the spend. Companies are spending money like crazy, but we're not seeing a lot of products. I do believe eventually we're going to be in the year of robotics. This was not 2026. Maybe it's not even 2027. Maybe we're looking at 2028, but it could be 2027. Unitree, we can laugh at the dog running, around the mountains and stuff all we want here. But I mean, this is a company that is very much on the forefront of robotics here. This is a company that actually, I feel like is maybe going to be not, a leader, maybe the leader. Are they ahead? Just, question mark, to the chat here too. I see the Unitree videos all the time. Is this company ahead of Tesla? is this company ahead of Optimus, like the stuff that they're doing, Unitree? Because only they're saying a $9 billion valuation on this thing.
Yeah. Which
sounds
seems
pretty low, actually, for like
Yeah.
the videos that I've seen, with Unitree, and they have obviously a lot of different stuff going on. They've had products they're selling. I know Fee was talking in Spain. They got the little pet dog and stuff. They got some cool stuff, man. So asking in the chat for those who follow the Unitree. You guys interested in this at $9 billion? We asked Kenny, he said he's out. I'm asking you guys. You interested in Unitree at $9 billion?
I think, like, your question on is Unitree better than Tesla? Can we just ask, like, are the Chinese robotics names? Unitree is China-based.
Yes.
Can we just ask, are the Chinese-based robotics names ahead of Western robotics
I don't
names?
know. Like,
don't
I
know.
mean,
I'm asking.
nobody wants to hear that, but we know China's going places too. Like, if they're not, ahead of us, they're close. They're nipping at our heels. So, I mean, obviously, there's lots of secrecy and what's everybody. We've seen Boston Dynamics do some amazing things. Obviously, obviously Tesla with Optimus is kind of stalled out, but it's going places too here. I mean, Unitree may be doing some different things as well. It's like like obviously agility and everything else that's happening there too. But I mean, I just look at Tesla at $1 trillion, and I look at some of these, like Chinese IPOs coming here, and $9 billion. I mean, it's a fraction of what it's being valued at. A fraction of what Tesla's Optimus is being valued at. So that's kind of the question. Like, are we just sleeping on the whole China robotics trade? That's the bigger question here. I think you're asking that as well, because China's robotics are definitely a hell of a lot cheaper than the robotics companies that are here.
A little perspective, Symbotic, which I believe is the U.S. traded company with the most robotics company with the most sales, market cap is about $5 billion. I just looked at the valuation for Boston Dynamics. It says the valuation for Boston Dynamics is around $3 billion.
It's private, so
and it's private. Yeah.
The question is, maybe we're just way overpaying for Optimus? Maybe that's what the bigger question is, because let's take Optimus away from Tesla. Like, where is Tesla if it didn't have Optimus? Like, really, like in reality here, $200, $150, probably half of it. I mean, we do have Tesla, and they do make cars. They're all over the road. Obviously, they drive themselves for the most part. 99% of the time they drive themselves. So I mean, that's worth something here. But you just compare it. Like, I mean, I think if Tesla didn't have Optimus, it would be a hell of a lot lower. So the question is, I guess, are we willing to pay that much of a premium, compared to other robotics companies for Tesla? Because probably a good $100 worth of Tesla is on Optimus, if not more.
Yeah. Joel, do you have any thoughts here?
Yeah. And for all the people that love to call me old and a boomer and everything, if you gave me one of those robots,
what would you do with it?
I would give it back. I have absolutely no use for those.
Well,
I thought about it like, maybe take out my garbage can. I can take out my garbage can. I mean, I think there's going to be robotics. It's going to be a part of the economy. Who can afford those things? Are those things cheap, Dennis?
It's not crazy.
Is a middle class America going to be able? Is there going to be a cheapo robot?
The pet dog is there. Like, show the pet dog. Show the pet dog. So Unitree is selling these right now. They're for sale. Fee says lots of people have these in Spain. The little pet robotic dog. And it's not crazy expensive. How much is it, Brentster? Look it up.
Okay.
Unitree dog.
Unitree dog.
The first link that I see.
Dog.
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now too. Unitree dog. It's like $4,000. You can buy it like $4,000. They actually sell it here too.
So
not the one that you just saw. The one that you just saw is like off-roading dog on steroids. But the walking dog. The first video that I showed you, show that one there too.
Okay, cool.
Because this is an important conversation, because we've talked AI so much. We haven't talked much physical AI this year. But this is physical AI that is evolving rather quickly here. So, the one that I sent actually to you this morning, he's bringing it up here right now.
Yeah.
This is the product that's actually being sold right now. You can blow it up to full screen there, Brentster. You can see it better.
This is
like
$4,000.
Consumer,
and
$4,000.
to
kind of fun.
to make a distinction here, you know, like what Joel's use case there was for him as a consumer in his household. Obviously, there's a lot of commercial application for these usage, which we
Like you can buy this thing right now. Like this is your pet. Like you can actually have fun with it. It doesn't seem crazy. It actually seems cheaper than I thought it would have been.
But Joel's going, why am I going to show people that come over to my house this stuff that my dog is doing? Like Joel's going, why do I care that the dog can tap like this?
Yeah.
Right?
But that's just me. I mean, if I think
That's
about
just-
robotics, I don't think about
How much
this.
do you spend on your dog a year, Joel? Dog food. This sucker don't eat any dog food. You have
Yeah,
to
but
plug
you
it in.
gotta-
How much do you spend?
But you
This
got
is
to
a
charge
pet.
it. What happens if it rains outside?
I don't want to
This thing
cuddle
goes
with this thing.
It
like
probably
that.
is fine in rain. I bet you it's fine.
It's probably fine.
I don't know, man. Pets.
It's
Are,
pretty cool.
all right. If you want to talk robotics, then let's talk about factories. Let's talk about practical uses. I don't know anybody. That dog's 4K. You told me that dog's
Unitary,
$4,000.
$4,000.
Well,
that's what-
yeah. No,
It's
3,000, 2,800 US.
$2,800 for that.
It's 4,000 Canadian. I was looking
Yeah.
at Canadian prices.
And you know what? The first
You
thing
can buy it
I
at
would
Best
do
Buy.
is I'd back out of the driveway and run it over. You know,
You can buy it at Best Buy. I think it's pretty
Okay.
cool.
Brent, can we move on?
Hold on.
Okay.
Before we move on, just to give like the practical information, because there are people like asking practical questions out there, like what's the ticker? We don't know that we are going to be able to trade this in the US or in the West at any point.
Let's be
the
honest.
IPO that we're talking about is for China, and it's going to probably be pretty hard to, if you want to go as a Westerner, buy the China securities, it's probably not going to be super easy.
Let's be honest, though. How long before Wall Street doesn't have an ADR on this puppy?
Right.
Like over under, like a month. They'll figure
I
it.
don't know.
They'll
Yeah.
want to do it.
Yeah.
They'll have some type of tracker or something, some type of Unitree tracker,
Sure.
some type of product. It's already in the works. Don't kid yourself here, because there's hype around this company. This isn't just, this is a hyped company here. Guaranteed not to attack the mailman. See, Joel, you don't have to worry about it attacking the mailman. There you go. Okay.
Now we
Anyways,
can
we're
move
just
on.
saying robotics are, this is like for real. This is going places here. So, $9 billion, what they're looking at, the valuation is very oversubscribed. So it needed to be talked about today. So, okay, back to our markets here. Where do you want to go? Do you want to go to ratings? Do a little bit of ratings?
What about
Wherever-
earnings?
We
We've
could do
done
earnings. Let's go to
We've done
earnings.
earnings.
Cool.
Let's do earnings.
We have last night, we had HIMS, we had Rocket Lab, we had Upwork, we had ASTS. Chat, let us know anything you want to start. Maybe
Do
I'll
Rocket
let
Lab.
the hosts decide on the first one. We'll do RKLB, and then we'll let chat pick the
Sure.
next stock out of those earnings that I just read.
Okay.
Rocket Lab last night reporting earnings of, a loss of 8 cents per share. That was a larger than expected loss. Analysts were looking for a 7 cent per share loss. Here comes the Rocket Lab chart on screen now. Sales did beat 234 million. Analysts were at 231 million. The company gave guidance and it was solid. They are looking for Q3 sales 250 million to 265 million. Analysts are down under 240 million. Rocket Labs also had a few other press releases last night. They weren't material. They were announcing they're establishing a lab in Germany. The reason that I would bring up these other press releases is because Rocket Labs is clearly, by doing a lot of these press releases here with their earnings report, trying to draw some attention to themselves and to a couple products that they are wanting to highlight.
Wow.
Shares here this morning are trading down about 4% on maybe a mixed quarter, but some pretty good guidance.
Joel, technicals. I don't want to even influence your technicals.
They bought the dip. So to me, I know it's down 319. To me, I'm just going to go on the 15-minute chart here. It looks bullish to me. Made a low at 71.84. That was right in the area of a pair of lows. And I like 72, and I don't think you're going back there. I think you missed a chance to buy the dip. I would look at resistance right now, short-term resistance at the bottom of yesterday's range, 79.77, which is right near the close. And longer term, Do you want to establish a bid here over the 200-day moving average? And that looks to be about 77.50 right here. So let's see if we can hold the 200-day after this 5-point rally.
They bought the dip. That's kind of could be the
Yes.
show title, the year title, everything. They bought the dip. That could just be the life story of the stock market. I mean, this is just what they do. And this is a storied stock that has been ignited by SpaceX, recently here. The SPCX turnaround has, ignited some of the other stocks too. So it hasn't just been SpaceX. We looked the last 2 days before the earnings report, obviously. ASTS, which we'll get to in a second with earnings as well, and Rocket Lab, both have kind of perked up as well. So SpaceX has ignited this whole rocket play as well here too. You might as well cover ASTS with it, then we'll go to the chat.
I just want to ask you, how did the grenade trade work out?
Good. It worked again. Jay from the chat was saying that trade works most of the time. When it doesn't work, it's really bad.
So Joel was listening last night during the thing.
I saw the tweet. Tweet.
That was on Rocket Lab.
I just want to know.
So the grenade trade.
Wait. Maybe should we save it for? Can we save it for STN?
The grenade trade?
Yeah.
Well, they already know. We already did the trade and then live in the STN room. I was just gonna say the kind of trades we're doing in there. So the grenade trade. I'm the one named this. This is my name for it, and I do it a lot of times. It's literally so Rocket Labs was due to report at 4:05. The grenade trade is buy the close at 4 o'clock and flip it out for the people who are just getting in there just a couple minutes ahead of it. So often what you see is stock closes, and then it has a little pop-up right before the report. So the grenade trade is you pull the pin. The earnings are due. Don't get your hand blown off, but get rid of those shares before it reports. So, yeah, it worked. It went from actually $80.04. Look, Joel, if you bring up the chart,
I see it.
It's up to $82, but in the 5-minute window there. So, and I didn't get the 82. I sell way too soon, but there's a couple in the chat that got over $1 on it. It's a risky trade. I mean, if it reports, it could go either way. Obviously, it could really, explode higher for you. It could go down. But usually you see that little mini pop in the couple-minute window. The problem lies is when they report early. And we've seen this happen before, too, where you take the grenade trade and they drop the report early and it's like, oh, boy, we're in here and we're stuck or something, or we're caught bad. So that's the grenade trade. 50% of the time, it works every time. There you go.
Okay. Two things here. Number one, when Dennis says that I taught him a lot of his strategies,
that's not one.
This is not one of the strategies I taught him. Okay, number one.
This is one of my own.
And if you think about it, August summer markets, Dennis is coming up with the grenade trade. So a quiet consolidating market. I know that you did it before, but anyways, that was a fun one.
It works only on super mega cap, like highly traded stocks, because you get these smaller companies. There's no market in them. It's got to be on like Cisco would be one that could set up for the grenade trade. Like a CoreWeave could be one. They got to have like 5-10 million shares a day, like that's actively trading right before the report. Why does it work too? Is because I truly believe sometimes people are like, oh my God, it's a report, I'm short. And they got to cover it there too. So I think that's sometimes the case as well. I think that contributes to it as well. But there tends to be that little mini window to get in and out of. But sometimes you get your hand blown off.
Wait, sorry. Did you explain why it's called the grenade trade? I might have been zoned out there.
Oh, just because the grenade is my own analogy there, but it's due to report earnings, so it's like holding the grenade. I pulled the pin. You got to get rid of these shares before it blows up in your hand. That's the grenade trade.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Back to earnings. Did we want to do ASTS? I think. Wait, we did it.
Yeah. You might as well.
ASTS. Okay. ASTS. Joel has the chart on screen. Here it comes. ASTS also reporting a loss, a much bigger than expected loss, as far as I can tell, 77 cents per share. Analysts were looking for under 30-cent per share loss. Their sales also missed around 31 million. Analysts were up closer to 35 million. However, they did affirm their 2026 sales guidance. They're expecting sales in the range of 150 to 200 million. Analysts are around 170 for ASTS.
way under the expected move. The one that I have on my sheet is $8. If that's correct, it's way off here. So, you got a dip. Where'd you close? You closed at 78, 68.76. You had a little dip. Let's see. Last week's high is my focus now. 74.08. 74.08 would be a nice target on the upside. Right now, I would really like to see it get back at least. Yesterday's high was 73.22. So quiet, good market. Looks like we're going up today. Let's see if you can hold the top of yesterday's range and make a shot at yesterday's high, 73.22.
Chat wanted, I saw somebody that wanted ACHR, Archer. We haven't talked this one in a long time. Let's go to Archer Aviation. Small little drone plays. These ones don't get any love at all. But in the last couple of weeks, it's moved up ahead of the report here. Actually popped nicely yesterday here. ACHR, what do you got?
So companies that have low sales, just remember that like the earnings is going to be a catalyst, but like the results themselves maybe don't really mean too much. So Archer Aviation, they reported an inline loss of 34 cents per share, and their sales were around $5 million, like $5 million. So not a ton, but analysts were expecting closer to 2 million. So it was a beat from ACHR as far as I can tell all around, but the stock is kind of trading down, sort of to my point about companies that have really low sales reporting their results.
Anything here, Joel?
See what got to defend that $6 there. You're filling the gap.
Cool. Okay. Let's go on holdings here. Okay. This is your disaster stock of the day. And this also goes to show you retail is just so hard because the trends change and what's hot today isn't hot next year. And I think On Holdings is now the victim of this because this was the company that was going to take out Nike. This was the company that was going to be the next, shoe, like company that everybody had to own. And the luster is just gone here now. It's like gone.
Yeah. And I don't know if the luster is gone from like athleisure or if it's just gone from because Allo has like come into this market on reporting 44 cents. Analysts were at 41 cents. They missed on the sales figure 1.07 billion. Analysts were looking for over 1.1 billion. The guidance looked a little conservative. They're looking for 2026 sales in the range of 4.4 to 4.5 billion. Analysts are at 4.5 billion. Disaster stock of the day. Shares trading down 16% this morning.
Well, you're just hanging out here, the low of the move. So if you want to wait, see what happens under 32, the recent low of the move has been 31 something, 31.41. So I'll call 31.40 to 32. That's the support. That's where you've been done 3 times before. What was he at? I was just this is double the expected move, so we know what happens when things get going beyond the expected move. But first of all, I do have a pair of those, and they're really comfortable. They're great. Yeah, they're great travel shoes. But if you've been looking at Nike for a while, you got to be thinking, I don't know. I don't know if it would be a comfortable hold, but right now, if you've been waiting to buy it at the $32 area, this is your opportunity.
So, a bunch of companies reporting here tonight: CoreWeave, Cava, SMCI, Light. We want to go for Teddy because he wants technicals on LITE ahead of the report, and sometimes fun to do technicals ahead of the report. Probably not fun for Joel. Because obviously, technicals are really tough when you're going to have fundamental information trumping it all coming out here. But ugly candle for LITE yesterday. Wicked key reversal to the downside. Not really bouncing here this morning either. Technicals going in as LITE is going to report earnings here tonight.
Well, if I told you there is resistance in the 900 handle, you'd be like, "Oh man, that's got a ways to go." 937 and 928 were the highs last 2 sessions, so maybe throw that out. Coming back on the downside, we're pretty close to. I don't know where to go between 800 and 700 on this thing. Shit, it doesn't show me anything there. And more if it does get a pop off this report and you had a target at like 862 or something, throw your order out there. I don't know. It might be within an expected move, but a lot of people caught yesterday. Super long extra turn. Got a nice bounce off the 200-day. Let's see if we can get a sustained bid above the 50-day moving forward. That's 813.5.
CoreWeave going to report tonight. It's probably one of the headliners along with SMCI, CRWV, Joel Technicals. We're up $2 here this morning, so they are running this a little bit ahead of the report here. Talk to me.
Oh, look at the 50 and the 200 just converging right here. Let's call it 92.50. See if you can get these lines to turn up. The 50 is actually below the 200-day. If you could get that line crossing up, get another nice move, maybe to 100 plus. Also on the upside, 4 highs in the same area at the $94 level. You break that out, then maybe you see triple digits. If they miss, they have some terrible news, and they hit it from the high from yesterday, I'd be a buyer. I'd be a buyer because I think other people probably got caught short here a little bit. So maybe if you see that, I don't know if you'll see 77.5, but 80, if you get a nice dip, I think you find buyers here and see if you can break out above 94.
SMCI, last one for the preview.
I'm not doing technicals on that. I'm not doing
it. You're not doing on SMCI?
No.
I need the technicals here, Joel. This is like in consolidation station. It's just waiting for some information.
Well, it goes up, it goes down, it went down, then going up. That's what I'd say.
It goes up and it goes down. Yeah. Fade, the ultimate fade trade SMCI. Every time this thing rallies, it's a sell. Every time it dips, it's a buy. Is that what it is?
Yeah. Right now,
I think so.
If it dipped below 25, I'd be a seller. And if you get a pop here, you don't get too far from a double top at where is this at? In the 30 handle, 36, 37. Let's call it 37 if you're looking to scalp out of something on the upside. But I still don't understand this company. I mean, are they clear yet?
Operated it really poorly.
Some guy like sneaking chips in his suitcase over to China. I don't know.
We don't know.
There's a lot.
I will have to find the guy at the gym that was buying. Like, hey, he got a margin call here back at 20, and he said he was buying more. I didn't say anything.
I mean, Dell is best of breed here, and Dell is just quietly winding up, it looks like, to try to make a new all-time high here again. Look at Dell, DELL. I know it's down here today. It's down 9 points here, but you talk about a stock that doesn't want to give anything back. Think about the 40% sell-offs we had in Micron, the 50% sell-offs in SanDisk. Dell ran, up 300% and didn't really sell off hardly at all. Like, not much. And it's sitting up here within striking distance of a new all-time high. It was trading up this morning. I don't know if somebody had a rating or something on it this morning because it's just moved to the downside here, but just in the last 20 minutes here. But this stock has just been unbelievable. I'm along it still in the long-term account. It's been fantastic.
Let's do ratings. A couple ratings here real quick before we get to our 9 a.m. news dump. Our first one, Boeing here, catching an upgrade over at Argus. They upgrade to buy. They set a $265 price target. We caught Argus yesterday, I think, which had some notable price action. I forget which company they've
been hot.
Yeah, they kind of been happy. Yeah. Thoughts on
that Argus was the one on Friday that upgraded SpaceX.
That's what it was.
That might be
what a
the best time upgrade ever. Lockup expiration fails. They notice it and they put the rating when it was 115 to buy it with a 160 PT. They got halfway there in 2 days. That, my friends, was one of the best calls of the year. SBCX Argus with the upgrade on Friday, perfectly timed. Yep. We got Boeing upgrade here today, Joel. What do you think on this one?
You know what? Remember when Boeing every day, Boeing. Every day we had news of Boeing, and then it was quiet. So it's a runner, and it just had a run, nice run to 240 and change, and it stalled, trading up on the upgrade. I would say last week, first things first, let's keep an eye on last week's high. 241.09, and then I'm not even going to worry about that May high. So, but then also with this Boeing is like, okay, you do finally clear 240. you got to make it a 240 bid. You got to be sustained. Our institute, well, they were willing to buy it at 205, 210, 215, hesitantly at 230 here. Are they really going to deploy a lot of capital if we get a sustained 240 bid? That's what I'm looking at. Just seems like, let's go to a weekly. It seems like just such a trading range stock, though. It's a pretty wide trading range there for Boeing.
9 a.m. news dump. There is a lot of headlines here. I'm trying to help you out here too. I see one, the Fly small contract. Looks like from U.S. government. If you want to highlight that one, I'm still looking.
Nope, that you did a good job there, Dennis. They announced their SciTech unit, ticker FLY, wins a $94 million U.S. Space Force contract to advance ground-based radar digitization program. I have a press release here. NASDAQ announces deal to acquire Level Markets, no terms disclosed. I see Michael Saylor of MSTR and Feng Li, the company's, I believe, chairman or CFO, will be giving a Q&A, live Q&A on Monday, August 17th with, who is this person? I don't know who this person is, but Michael Saylor, MSTR, Q&A on Monday. Anything else from our 9 a.m. news dump? I think
someone says WXM is flying. International.
WXM.
I don't know that company, but I see it flying. It's one of those small floaters here.
Okay, yep.
No, it's good, Joel. Thanks for the heads up. Yeah,
we're gonna look. We're gonna highlight a couple of these small floaters. I don't trade any of this stuff, and this was not from the 9 a.m. news dump. I don't think I didn't see anything on 9 a.m. here. You get these low float names as one of these du jour every day that takes off. But you know what the tough thing is? You'll see like 4 or 5 try to go, and then 4 or 5 fail, and then one goes. So it's like you can like chase the one from 4. Like let's say close at 4. You buy it at 5, thinking this one's going to be the 10. That one pulls back to 4, and then you try it again. Then it pulls back to 4, and you lose a buck, and then eventually you get one. But I mean, it's kind of like finding a needle in a haystack for the one that's going to continue to run here. WXM is continuing to run here this morning.
Is Saylor, is he going to do a new rap? Is he going to come out with a new song?
That was great.
That's kind of why I was highlighting it. Yeah.
I know. I reached out to him. I said, do you want to rap live on pre-market prep? Because we've got 2 minutes for you here this week if you want to light rap. He didn't get back to me, though. But I did. For real.
Does he follow you?
No, he doesn't follow anybody. He's Michael Saylor. He has 5 million followers. I think he follows 5 people. Let's go see how many people that guy follows. He follows... Oh
yeah,
I hate that X has changed everything. You try to click on somebody's profile, and then you got to go in another click here. I don't like the new X. He follows 800 people. He has 5.1 million followers, so it's tough to get a hold of this guy. But man, we tried.
So 9 a.m. I just did my second or third sweep here, and we are clear on the 9 a.m. news dump. I think we're ready to wrap pre-market prep and go over to the SCN think tank. Yes,
sounds good. Yes.
Okay, awesome. We do have Tommy Lackey coming up here in the SCN Think Tank at 10 a.m. I saw him hopping in the chat. Thanks, Tommy, for hopping in. Joel, you will be talking with Tommy at 10 a.m. today.
Yes, sir.
Think Tank, correct?
Whatever you say, boss.
All right, folks, we are going to head over to the Think Tank. Please join us, stocktradernetwork.com. We're going to get you ready for the open. We're going to take you through the open. And we're going to see how this market settles in here in about 30 minutes. Thanks for joining Pre-Market Prep today, everyone. We'll see you bright and early tomorrow if we don't see you in the Think Tank. Thanks for watching Pre-Market Prep. Hit like, hit subscribe. Join the SCN Think Tank at stocktradernetwork.com.